What's up, happy people, and welcome to the third spotlight on South Baltimore in Facebook Live. And my name is Bill Carnes, and we are excited to talk about all the great things that are done at the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center, and as we are a part of the Career Center network of the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Always have problems with that line. It's a lot to say, but we have rebranded a little bit. We're now known as the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center. I'm still getting used to that. So it's the SBECC. And today we're going to talk about and highlight a variety of businesses and community partners that are in our South Baltimore footprint. And in the next coming months, we got a lot of fantastic things coming up. We're just starting to open up, and we'll get into the details of that a little bit later. If you can, please comment, like, and share this video on your Facebook page. In this way, it'll help your family and friends who may need a new job or training for a career change. Get the word out. We've got lots of jobs and lots of great training opportunities. We're going to talk a little bit about things that are going on in the community. We're going to have a little bit of a job club. And as I said, my name is Bill Carnes, and I'm the co-pilot for today. And I'm mainly the business service representative at the SBECC. My main purpose is to collaborate with South Baltimore businesses to find them qualified job seekers. It's pretty simple. I've been with the agency for 15 years. I've worked with a lot of talented folks. We got great staff down here, and one of the staff members that have been here since day one is our career development facilitator, Greg Hunt. Greg, what's up, man? Come on down.
Hey, Bill, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Man, can you believe summer is almost over?
I know, man. And kids are back in school.
Yeah,
I mean, who would have thought?
I remember when you were a kid, you always were like, man, summer flew by. Well, I'm almost 60. Man, summer flew by. It doesn't even seem like we had one this year.
I know, right? I hear that.
Yeah.
But let me introduce myself to people that may not know me. I am Greg Hunt, and I'm the Career Development Facilitator here at the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center. Man, I got to get used to that, Bill.
Yeah.
And I've been with the agency a little over 6 years now, and one of my main roles is connect Baltimore City residents to training opportunities and help them work with Bill to get gainful employment.
All right. Awesome. So we're going to do things a little bit differently today. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we have going on. As always, we like to say that we are the best kept secret in South Baltimore. We are located in the Carroll Camden area. We're located, of course, close to Horseshoe. Shout out to all the Horseshoe folks out there. They're one of the main reasons we are here. We've been around since 2015, right, Greg?
Absolutely, yeah. April 2015.
And again, it's real simple what our mission is. We connect South Baltimore residents to great careers, especially we focusing on businesses and partners are in South Baltimore. So today we're going to do things a little bit differently. It's really sometimes people need to understand it's hard to get employers to take time out of their day to come on. Always appreciate our partners and guests. We usually talk about different things we have going on, but I'm going to bring a guest on early because he has other things. Jordan Roberts of Spin. Now, I've been working with Spin since they came to Baltimore. I think it's been almost 4 years ago. Jordan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you all today?
I'm awesome. Good. So we started working with Spin when they first came to the city. For folks out there that don't know what Spin does, if you see those orange scooters around town, that's Spin. I always tell folks I got to test drive a couple of them. We've had a great partnership with you guys. You've probably hired 35 to 50 people from us. You've hired some folks with some background issues. You've hired mechanics. You've hired drivers. Great company. So, Jordan, what I'd like you to do, because this is actually the cool thing. This is the first time you and I have met. I've been dealing with one of your bosses, so I really appreciate. I know it's a weird way for us to introduce ourselves, but I want to keep this partnership rolling. If you can tell us a little bit about yourself, how you came to the area, how you started working with Spin, and tell us what you're looking for.
Yeah, sure. Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me. Really excited to keep this relationship going and, meet you all. So, like you said, my name's Jordan Roberts. I'm actually fairly new with the company. I'm a little bit over 3 months in right now as the market manager. So I'm responsible for our Baltimore operations. Prior to Spin, I have 15 years experience of management and marketing and operations. I was with Domino's for 10 years. Funny story. This is my 4th time professionally working in Baltimore.
Wow.
And I leave and it pulls me back, and it's great every time. So I'm happy to be back again. So
what did you do at Domino's?
Everything.
Yeah.
You name it, I did it. So I started as an assistant manager down in Virginia. And then I moved to Vegas. I was the general manager. Then I moved to New York. I was a marketing coordinator. Then I became a marketing coach, and my territory expanded. So that was the first time I worked with Baltimore. So I was New York, New Jersey, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. From there, I was an area manager down in Virginia Beach, then back up to Baltimore and surrounding areas as an area manager. So that was my 2nd time. Then I worked for a company called Interactions Marketing for a little bit. Have you guys been to Costco before?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Ate the samples, right? That's what we go to Costco for. We were a subsidiary. That's actually a third-party company. We were a subsidiary of that third-party company who does all the experiential marketing, is what we call it. I did the same thing in Giants along the East Coast. So I was the DMV, plus I had Pennsylvania for a little bit.
We're actually very familiar with that. We used to recruit for those companies all the time for BJ's and for Sam's Club.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are good part-time jobs. They actually pay pretty well. So how'd you wind up at Spin?
So my previous company prior to Spin, I was at Uber for a little while, running our green light operations for the DMV again. So that was another time I was in Baltimore. And after that, I was just looking to stay in the mobility industry and the startup-ish, world. And it led me to Spin. I had a connection there, talked to him about the company. He said it was a great company. He really enjoyed it, and ended up where there was a role open and an opportunity, and interviewed for it. And here I am. So far, like I said, it's been 3 months, and it's been a really great ride. And I really like what they provide for the community in terms of service and in terms of the employment opportunities and everything that we're able to offer. So I really enjoy the company and what it stands for.
Yeah, we've like I said, we've hired quite a few folks for Spin, and the overall feedback is it's a great company to work for. You guys are very flexible, work with the schedules. So what I'd like for you to talk about is what you guys do. And I want to say hi out there to Rhonda Matthews, because she's like, hey, what is Spin? So talk about what you guys actually do. And again, you guys are a scooter company, but what is it that you're hiring for?
Got you. So we are in scooters, different places around the country. We offer some different products. So we are in the micro mobility industry. So think getting around without a car, right? Making the city walkable, making them accessible. A really great way to get around if you have just a couple of blocks to go, or even a mile or two. It's a really great way to get around. So what we're hiring for right now is drivers, mechanics, and team leads. As a driver, you're responsible for servicing the scooter out in the field. And I'll actually talk about the scooters in a little bit. But your main job is making sure that the scooters are functional and that they're put in high volume or ideal locations, per the shift lead's request. We're looking for mechanics, people to fix and service our scooters, make sure they're always operating at 100%. They're safe to be on the road and enjoyed by everyone who wants to use them. And then team leads. We need leaders to help direct the team. We're a growing team. We've grown a lot this year in terms of personnel, so we need to make sure that we have somebody there who can direct the flow and make sure that we're operating at peak efficiency. So with that, a little bit about our scooters lately. We've actually been introducing, if you've seen our scooters around, you'll notice that we've been introducing our new scooters. This is the 7th generation of scooters. We call them 2.3s internally. But these scooters are better in almost every way. They're wider, so they're easier to ride. They have a double kickstand now for setting up, so less tipping over, easier to operate in that aspect. They have shock absorption on the front. We have no air tires. 2 brakes now, so you can slow yourself down a little bit better and better control your ride. And the biggest thing to us operationally and to the consumers is our scooters live outside now. We have swappable batteries. The scooters stay on the street, and we're able to monitor them remotely, and then we just come service them where they're at. If they need repairs or anything, we pick them up, or when we need to reposition them, we'll pick them up. But for the most part, they can live on the street. We, make sure they're parked neatly on the corner. So they should always be accessible, and give people that flexibility to travel how they want, whenever they want to.
Okay, so that's a change. So the ops specialists don't have to drop scooters off or pick them up in the morning because you weren't supposed to leave them. Okay, so do you still, so the box truck drivers, what exactly will they be doing during the day and at night? What are the shift hours?
Yeah, so we have 3 shifts. We have your first shift, second shift, third shift. So first shift starts at roughly 8 a.m. Second shift is around 4 p.m. And then third shift, our overnight shift, starts at about 11 p.m. And all shifts run 7 to 8 hours. So we are looking for part-time people. This is a seasonal position, so the season ends roughly at the end of November. Give or take a couple of weeks, depending on weather and everything. Mm-hmm. And as a driver, your main job is now to what we call rebalance the scooters. So put them back in locations where people would want to access them frequently, right? Mm-hmm. So you go out into the field, you'll have instructions, and we'll say, move this from here to here. You go do that, and you swap batteries to make sure we have scooters that are able to be ridden.
Nobody's throwing them in the harbor anymore. We don't have those issues, right? Because I know when you guys first moved in, mm-hmm. people were throwing scooters in the bushes, it was getting a little.
Yeah, that some of that happens, and that's another reason we're out there to put them in a safe place, and make sure that they're able to be used correctly. These are a little bit heavier. It's not a challenge to anybody to test it out, but these are definitely a little bit heavier, so not quite as much throwing.
Okay. And also, if it's in somebody's house, you don't have to go in there and get it. I mean, that's going to be off limits, right?
Yeah, we don't go in houses. We will knock on the door, but always respectful and polite.
Good deal. It's almost like working for the census. You have your boundaries. How about the mechanics? So the mechanics, that's pretty much if somebody can repair maybe like a leaf blower or mm-hmm. a lawnmower, small engine, 1 or 2 gear type motors, you can pretty much fix a scooter. It's really not that difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. You do not need to be a certified mechanic or any of those full trade schools or anything. If you're handy, you're good with basic tools, and you have some general knowledge of mechanics, you're who we're looking for. And we do train for all these positions. For a driver, generally 3 days, depending on the person, but generally around 3 days. And for a mechanic, usually about 2 weeks. It takes to get somebody fully on board and ready to go by themselves. And of course, we have support all around in various ways. In location, we have team leads, mechanic leads, and your peers. And then we also have the broader company support. So you have different resources to utilize. So it is not scary. Please come out and be a mechanic for us, because we have a lot of scooters on the street and they need a lot of love.
Yeah. How big are the trucks, box trucks that people will be driving? You just need a regular driver's license, right?
Just a regular driver's license. It's a big van, but no bigger than like a pickup truck. So yeah,
it's like 14 feet, 12 feet, 14 feet, I think. Right?
Yeah, like 12 feet, I think.
Yeah. And you give folks a little bit of a driving test to make mm-hmm. sure that they know what they're doing. Now, absolutely. I know that the one thing I loved about your company is you were hiring my 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-olds. If somebody had provisional, are you still taking them, or they have to have a regular driver's license?
Regular driver's license.
Okay. But you will take younger folks as long as they have a regular driver's license.
Absolutely. Regular driver's license, 2 years of driving history.
All right. Now, let's talk about the good stuff. You guys raised your wages. What are you paying
mm-hmm.
now? Yep.
We are at man, you put me on the spot here. I'm not the accountant. We're at $16.75 an hour. Is what we're paying now.
I can tell you what it is. I definitely know what you guys pay. And the mechanics, that's 19 now, right? 18 to 19.
Yeah. Yep. So recently raised wages. The price of doing business worldwide is going up. So we definitely keep in step with that and make sure people are properly compensated for the time they're putting in. Because we're trying to help people grow just as much as they're helping the company grow.
And the little secret I like about Spin is actually you guys are owned by Ford Motor Company. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. You got some money back in you.
Yeah.
It's a big company. Yeah.
Absolutely. We should be here to stay.
Absolutely. There's some stability there. As far as if somebody has background, actually, they're going to have to take a drug test because they're driving and operating a vehicle. But the other thing that I really love about Spin is you give people second chances. People do have to do a background check, but you have given people with backgrounds opportunities, which I absolutely love about Spin, and hopefully we can get more companies like you guys. Talk a little bit about that philosophy of why you give people second chances.
Yeah, I think personally, I think you do your time, you pay your debt to society, then you should be allowed to re-enter and build a life for yourself and really provide for yourself. So I'm happy that I'm working for a company that reflects that. So I can't give you the specifics of what will pass and what won't pass, but like you said, we have hired people who do have a past that involved a little bit of trouble, and now they're able to work for us and provide for their families and be assets to the company. So I encourage everyone, come in, apply, go through the background check process, and there's a chance you'll make it through and be able to work with us.
And the cool thing is you guys are still right across the street from the football stadium, right on Austin Street, right on Austin.
No, we're actually on North Street. Yeah, we've moved. I guess it's been about a year now since we moved. So we're actually at 101 North Haven Street.
It's right there. Okay, so you're almost the same. I say Austin Street. It's still the same. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Yep. So big black and gray building.
And what's that near? Just for so people know landmark wise, what's that close to?
We are near. What are we near? Lombard. There's like a Dollar General right past us. If you were Googling, Urban Axis is one of the businesses that's near us. The building says King Cork. It's a big black and gray building. So there's Dollar General, Burger King, Dunkin' Donuts, like right down the street from us on the corner.
Awesome. The cool thing that if anybody's interested in this opportunity is I actually have the app on my phone. If somebody's interested, they can send me a resume. And what I'll do is I'll copy and paste the app right to your phone. You can fill it out right there, and it'll go right to Jordan, and we'll get rolling. The turnaround time that I've had with your company's been fantastic. Generally, when I refer somebody to you, they get interviewed within 2 to 3 days. I love that, absolutely. And as far as working, I've seen people start working within a week and a half, 2 weeks after they applied. So keep that going. I mean, that's something that we definitely want to keep rolling. Because the cool thing is driving is something that we get a lot of resumes for. And then hopefully we can do on-site recruitments pretty soon. We're getting ready to open back up. I know we'll definitely get you guys over here. And,
we'd love to come.
How many mechanics you guys have right now?
At the moment, we are at 10.
How many you need?
10. I could use another 5 part-time.
Beautiful.
Yep.
How many drivers you need?
Drivers, I need 15.
Wow.
15 part-time drivers. We've been making a very concerted push, so we have a lot of the community working for us right now. And these last 2 months, we've been making a very concerted push to hire and get folks who think this would be the right fit for them at this time. So we definitely have space. We're definitely growing, definitely trying to fill out every shift.
Fantastic. Greg, got anything you want to add?
Man, it was all good information. I appreciate that, Jordan, man. That's a really, really great opportunity, man.
Yep.
Keep up with your work.
So again, anybody out there in Facebook land, if you're interested, just send me your resume, and I will absolutely send the app to your phone. And Jordan, let's get you some folks. We'll get
yes, please.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks again for coming on in short notice. I really appreciate you, man. And I will absolutely make it a point to come out and see you guys at the shop probably in the next week or two. Okay?
All right. I appreciate it.
So doing, I said hi. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
All right. Take care. All right. That's kind of cool. And those are the kind of employers I really like, Greg, because, I mean, again, in and out, and they've been – I mean, we get a lot of employers that say, hey, we've got this, we've got that. And then it takes, a month later, 2 months later, not hearing anything. Exactly. And it's very frustrating for our job seekers. I mean, it's really nice and refreshing to see really responsive employers. So
absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to try to get this right. At the SBECC, so new name, I'm going to try to get that in my brain. SBECC. We are going to have some changes starting next week, September 7th. You can reach us, come see us by appointment, or you can do walk-ins, and we're going to be starting that on September 7th. The key thing is we still will be offering services remotely. So keep that in mind. We can do remote services. We can do walk-in services, whatever is easier for you. Just make sure it's a lot easier if you call ahead of time because, as a business service representative, I'm going to be out in the community a lot. I want to make sure that if you want to come in and see me, make sure you book a day that I'm going to be in the office. And that's going to vary. Same thing with Greg. Greg handles all the training opportunities. If you want to talk to him about that, just make sure that we're there. Again, employers are still hiring. I mean, I could make that, a banner. The employer, it's really starting to happen now. And we do something every week. We do an email blast. Once you register with us, you'll get tons of job opportunities. We usually send that every Thursday and Friday from our great intake person, Elizabeth. Jobs are still posted on the Maryland Workforce Exchange. And of course, I got to mention the now hiring job board, MOED. I think we're up to 418 jobs on that thing. Wow. Check it every single week. Our employer services staff do a fantastic job of keeping that thing updated. There's lots of jobs. There's lots of jobs. School's getting ready to rock, and I think it's going to break open. We're hoping for some kind of normalcy. I get my juices flowing when the people start talking. I'm ready. I mean, I've had enough of this sitting here waiting for people. I'm going to date myself, but you remember the old Maytag repairman where the guy was just sitting there? Yeah. I definitely felt like the Maytag repairman the past couple of months. Let's get some folks in because we got work. I can't wait to see you guys. I miss seeing our customers. So come on down and start seeing us. Give us a call, 410-396-1052. Give us a holler. All right, Greg, I think you're up next. And this one I'm really excited about, especially since I'm hungry. So I'm going to turn this one over to you.
Thanks, Bill. Well, we have a special guest, and we're highlighting one of our community partners here in South Baltimore. And I want to bring up Miss Stephanie Starr of Groundwork Kitchen. And she's here to share about training opportunities and employment opportunities with Groundwork Kitchen and Paul's Place. So, hey, Miss Starr, how you doing?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Yes, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it. And we're really excited about what you have to share with Groundwork and all the details of it. So I'm going to just hand the baton over to you and let you do your thing.
All right. So yes, Groundwork Kitchen is a brand new restaurant in Pigtown on Washington Boulevard. And we are a social enterprise of Paul's Place. So we have a free culinary arts training program that will teach you the essentials of food service. And then you'll get to practice those skills in a full-scale restaurant. So you get hands-on training working alongside food service professionals. You're earning 4 industry-recognized credentials. And then after the 12 weeks is over, we will help you find a job in food service.
Nice. And just a couple of questions. Now, you said that they will get 4 certifications. What are those certifications?
Yes, so you will definitely get the Serve Safe Food Handler. And we also offer the Serve Safe Manager. And then there are 3 American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute certifications. That's the Guest Service Professional, Kitchen Cook, and Restaurant Server. So this is both a front of house and back of house training, very well-rounded curriculum.
Nice. I know in the past, certain other culinary training, a lot of them just do the front end, but not the back end for the certification. So that's great that they're getting both ends of the spectrum there. Awesome. And how long is the program again? Somebody to get started?
Yeah, so it's 12 weeks. It will start on October 4th and finish at the end of December. Nice.
And throughout that, they will get hands-on training. They will get experience working in the restaurant. So they will really kind of have almost like a real work experience per se.
Yeah. A third of the time would be spent in a training classroom where a chef instructor would teach them, knife skills, kitchen math, how to saute or sear. But then they get to actually practice that with actual customers up in the restaurant preparing actual orders. So it's a great hands-on experience.
Awesome. And so if somebody's interested, how would they get connected to Groundwork Kitchen?
So they would need to apply at groundworkkitchen.com/training-apply. And then after they apply online, they would come and take a tour of the restaurant, see where the program is, learn more. But that first step would be to apply online.
Okay, great. And I guess the last question for me, because I know with this type of training, we could get a lot of people that's interested in that. So how many cohorts are you looking to? How many people per cohort, and how many are you trying to fulfill?
Yeah, so we're thinking 20 people per cohort, but then the
Okay,
cohort will run 4 times a year.
nice. Nice. And I know,
Yes.
Bill, you and Davi, y'all had a little taste of what they had to offer one time, right?
Well, I'm chomping at the bit because Stephanie, I've got 12. I just got an employer send me some stuff. I have 12 positions opening at $21 an hour for cooks. So here's my question to you. How can we arrange once people are finished with the program? How do you refer them out? Do you help with job placement? Because I need cooks. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that.
Yeah, the wages are crazy these days. We will be hiring a full-time employment specialist
Okay.
whose job will be to connect people based on their skills and their career goals. For some people, it's a restaurant, but then it might also be a hotel, hospital, university. So definitely partnering with the different sections.
Well, keep us in mind because we
Yes.
do lately getting a huge demand. I need cooks, I need kitchen stores, even for people that are doing prep and things like that. It's like $18 and up. The wages have gone up quite a bit in this field. So, for folks thinking, man, I'm not going to work in the kitchen, it's only 12, 13 bucks an hour. Man, that has completely changed, especially in the gaming hospitality sector. Like I'm going to talk about Horseshoe in a little bit, Greg. Those type companies, everybody has been forced to raise their wages a little bit. So I think this is awesome that you're doing this training. If you can, again, what's the duration? How long would it take for me to come in fresh off the door where I don't know how to boil an egg to where I can do a 4-course meal? How long is that going to take?
Yeah. There's no experience needed, no previous experience required for the program. So we're really teaching those kitchen essentials, those basics. And then in 12 weeks, you'll be able to learn the how to work in a kitchen or the different industries. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's nice. Now this is for all of Baltimore City. Anybody can apply as long as they're a Baltimore City resident.
And you don't need to be a Baltimore City resident. You should be 18 years or older and authorized to work in the U.S. There is a drug screening and background check down the line. We ask that your household earn less than the Baltimore City area median income, which is around $50,000. And then you have to be able to work in food service because that's a big component of the program that will help you find a job and help you retain it for 6 months afterwards.
And I know you mentioned it before, but can you talk about the stipend and the help with transportation that you guys give?
Yes, definitely. So we will have a weekly stipend of $100 a week, as well as transportation assistance. So actually my role, I'm the student services coordinator. So we also offer case management support so that you have the resources you need to complete the training successfully and then later succeed in your job.
So when you're saying, help with transportation, does that mean like you give bus passes to people and things like that? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Okay. And you're conveniently located. You're right off a bus line. And so that's tremendous help. That's really cool.
Yeah, it seemed like they really thought this through, cover all bases, because like you said, you don't want people to get in training and to be able to drop out.
Can't get there. Yeah.
Because they can't get there, or they're having issues that they at least have a case manager to be able to help walk through some issues because at the end of the day, if we can get them connected to people like Bill that have job opportunities that's paying $20 an hour, that's some serious coins, So that is awesome. That is awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share about the program, about Groundwork Kitchen?
Yeah, when you start delivering. We got to connect. We'll connect you with Spin, and then we can put the people with the scooters to get a backpack.
There you go.
How about that?
No, you innovate now. You innovated.
Yeah, we're open for business. I guess I should also say, if you are looking for immediate employment, the actual restaurant is hiring. So the same website, groundworkkitchen.com, we're hiring for servers, cooks, dishwashers, bussers, because the training program is 12 weeks. We'd help you find a job in January, but if there's anyone who is looking for immediate food service jobs, the restaurant portion is also hiring as well.
Awesome.
Well, Ms. Starr, I want to say thank you again for taking the time out to share about Groundwork Kitchen with Paul's Place. Paul's Place is a great organization. We've been working with them, collaborating with them for many years with Miss Ellen, and I just want to say thank you for coming out and sharing about Groundwork Kitchen.
Thank you both so much for having me. Thanks.
Looking forward to meeting you guys.
Yes, we're definitely going to stop by for a visit.
Let us know what the specials are, and trust me, we'll be over there. Have a good one.
Thanks.
All right. So
that was cool.
Yeah, that was something. That was
anytime I get excited about food anyway, man.
Food involved, man. That is always
good.
All
right. Well, you got some cool training opportunities, right? Let's go. What you got?
Let me talk a little bit about training so that I can kick it back over to Bill, because he really got some great opportunities. Because like Bill said before, people are hiring, companies are hiring. So I don't want to take up too much his time, but I do want to share a little bit about training opportunities. We have training, some of our occupational training areas in the manufacturing field. With JARC, they do welding and CNC fabrication, transportation and warehouse for our CDL Class B and A. We have 160 Driving Academy and Allstate Careers. Healthcare field, we have a lot of stuff in the healthcare field. Some multi-skill med tech, pharmacy tech, CNA, GNA, medical billing, coding, etc. We use BCCC and CCBC for a lot of our healthcare, our training providers. And then we have some others in cybersecurity and accounting and bookkeeping. I know we use Towson and Prescalis. So we have a boatload of training opportunities. So if anybody interested, they can email me at ghunt@oedworks to get more details, or you can go to the assistant request form as well to be able to get connected to a CDF that's in your area. You don't have to actually come down here in South Baltimore, but if you live over in Northwest or you live on the East Side, that we do have career centers that can do the same thing, as well as connecting you to great training opportunities. All righty. So real quick, what I want to feature before I pass it over to Bill, we are still looking for candidates for the Higher Up program. It is a phenomenal program. Some of these opportunities are through city agencies. We have Downtown Partnership. We have Parks and Recs. So we have some really, really great opportunities. So if you're interested in the Higher Up program, you can go onto the assistant request form once again and put in your information and notate that you're interested in the Higher Up program. It is a temporary program, but it's paying $15 an hour as full time, and it really helps build your resume, and you also be able to get some transferable skill set along the way. All righty. So with that being said, I think Bill, you really have some good opportunities for people to take advantage of. As you just talked about, wages are going up. People are being more competitive as far as how they paying people now. Share what you got going on, buddy.
Okay, so we're mainly focused on businesses that we have in South Baltimore, but if Antonio can put my email address up, I'm going to talk about some other things I have also. If you're interested, please send me your resume. I basically have positions open in manufacturing, hospitality, transportation, healthcare, you name it. I mean, things are really, really popping right now. We're going to concentrate on our main big hitters that we have in the South Baltimore at the SBECC. So first one, of course, we got to talk about Horseshoe. Everybody knows about Horseshoe. We wouldn't be here without Horseshoe. They're always looking for folks. If you go on their website, just shoot me a resume. I'll vet you, do a quick pre-screen with you. And if we're on the same page, what I'll do is I'll send you the link to apply. I have a Google link right to the Google Drive, and we send our referrals over to Horseshoe on a weekly basis. We need cage cashiers. We need EVS people, security officers, stewards. The restaurants are hiring for servers. And as always, they are looking for people for dealers. The training academy goes on every month. There's going to be another one starting in September. The classes are usually 4 hours, 6 weeks long, 4 hours a day. It is paid training. It's $11.75 an hour. And you do get a bonus after you get hired. It's $500 after 90 days. And I think there is another bonus after a year. If I read my own stuff, yep, after the first year, you get $1,000 bonus. And you do get a certification from CCBC. So this is an official training. We're always looking for folks with that. That's a real tough get, but if anybody's into that, people make really decent money as a dealer at tips, especially as things are opening up. I know the sports book is getting ready to open up soon. I don't know if it's going to be in time, but that's something that was passed over the first year, and that's something that's going to, I just know when things start to open up, the casinos are going to be hopping again. And so it's a good opportunity, especially if you're okay working for tip wages and things like that. You can make some serious money there. Just keep in mind at the Horseshoe, it's 365 days a week.
Yeah.
365 days a year, not a week. 365 days a year. They're always open. So keep that in mind. Next one is CHEP. And that's another one that I always talk about. You're going to hear me talk about the same employers because these guys are always hiring. Very background friendly. They're located in Cherry Hill, right off of Waterview Avenue. If you're interested, send me an email. I'll talk to you a little bit about the opportunity. It's $16 to $20 an hour. And basically, you're just building pallets, wood pallets. You got an air gun, boom, boom, boom. The more pallets you make, the more money you're going to make per hour. They'll start you off at 16. My folks that are really quick, they're making 19, 20 bucks an hour. It is background friendly. You do have to pass the drug test, though. If you have any questions about that, just give me a holler and I can talk to you about that. For my folks that don't have transportation, it's literally a block and a half off the Cherry Hill light rail stop. So it's real easy to get to. Yep. And they have 2 shifts. So if you can't work a day shift, there is a shift, I think it's 4 to 11, that ends right when the light rail's about ending. So you're just real time. Make sure you finish up on time. You still should be able to catch that light rail. But we're actually doing a recruitment with them on Thursday. So if anybody is interested in CHEP, send me your resume and I can get you an interview this Thursday coming up. They're always looking for people. Little shout out to Bruce and Chuck over there. They're awesome folks. They've been really, really great with MOED. All right, next one. Buckware. They're located in Southwest Baltimore. What they do is they are a T-shirt distributor, a manufacturer. They're one of the largest on the East Coast. They supply all the shirts for Bass Pro Shops, for Ford Motor Company. If you ever see anything that has the Maryland logo on it, it's a shirt. It's made by Buckware. And what they need folks, mainly people in their warehouse in the shipping department, it's kind of an easy shift. It's 8:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. Friday is 8 to 4 o'clock, so you can get out early. They do pay you for your lunch every day. It's located right off of the Soho Road, about a mile and a half, maybe not even that, about a mile away from St. Agnes Hospital. There is a bus that drops you off right near the warehouse complex. Nice. Again, if you're interested in that, shoot me a resume. They do walk-in appointments, but I like to let my guy over there know ahead of time when people are coming over. So just send me your resume and let me know that you're interested in Buckware. Full benefits, and we're working on them to get their wages up a little bit. But I can tell you this, they're rocking right now. They're doing really well. The only thing, word of caution, is your math skills have to be a little bit decent because you're doing everything in multiples of 12s. Because in the t-shirt business, they do everything by the dozen. So you will take a little math test. Nothing that deep. If you know your 12 times tables, you'll be okay. So if you have any questions with that, I can even send you a practice test. All right, next opportunity. Howie Poultry. Howie Poultry has hired hundreds of folks over the past year. They were rocking during the pandemic. They're right up the street in Wycomico. Or Marvin McKinstry, who is my supervisor over there, is doing a fantastic job. What I mainly do with them is send over CDLA drivers with Jose over there. They need drivers. The cool thing about Howie Poultry for their truck drivers is they will take people out of school, Greg. So I know when you help people get their CDLAs. Once you get your license, a lot of times it's like, well, I need a year or two experience. No, there are companies out there that will hire you right out of school, and this is one of them. Nice. I just need to vet you first. If you just graduated from school, send me your resume. We'll talk for about 5 or 10 minutes, and if I think you're fit, I'll shoot you right over there. They also need production workers. They're hiring all the time. They're right in Wycomico. Again, if you're interested, just shoot me a resume. And our good friends over at Harbor Hospital, they hired a couple of our folks that Greg, I think a couple of your graduates from your CNA program, right?
Yes, they did.
And they were from Cherry Hill, which I'm very, very proud of. We really want folks from the South Baltimore community to get opportunities like this. So Harbor Hospital has made a priority to try to hire people from the local neighborhoods because, sometimes transportation's an issue. But, hey, if I could walk 3 blocks up the street, that's a beautiful thing. So, we want our SOBO people to have these kind of opportunities. They always need phlebotomists. They need CNA, GNAs. They need dietary workers. Okay. All right, great. Lots of community stuff coming up, right?
Yes.
Lots I know they're doing back to school events. It looks like Cherry Hill checked in. I'm not sure who checked in from Cherry Hill, but hey, Cherry Hill, how you doing?
There we go.
Where's Westport? Where's Lakeside? So, Greg, what's going on in the community?
Yes, we got a lot of stuff on the community bulletin board, and we definitely want to share the information so people would know what's going on in their communities. So we have the lunchtime roundtable. The South Baltimore Gateway Partnership is hosting a lunchtime roundtable to increase awareness about community grant projects and building capacity. They actually have something coming this Thursday. You can join the information session on the topic on fundraising. So I think that's going to be really, really good information. To get more information, you can go to outreach at bgpartnership.org, or you can call the number 410, or you can call us 410-396-1052 to get the flyer or the email for that information. Alrighty. And then Splash, family friendly fun. On September, and this is a Sunday, by the way, September the 12th, join the Middle Branch community event, Splash, with family water activities and much more. It's going to be a fun event down in Middle Branch Park. There's going to be a lot to do for us, kayaking, rowing, all the water type of sports. It's going to be a food truck vendors there for people to eat. So to register, you can go to the bit.ly link right there, or in person on the day of the event. And then once again, if you need this flyer, you can either give us a call or we can email it to you either in English or Spanish. And then, Bill, I think we towards the end here, buddy.
We are. Now, I do see, so if anybody out there, and I see the Cherry Hill Development Corp, little shout out to you guys. Why don't you come on the show next month? I'm going to publicly invite you. Anybody that's a community partner or a business, we do this monthly. Love to have you on. We try to do it the 3rd or 4th Tuesday of every month. If you have anything going on in the community, if you know of any companies that are hiring, please get in touch with Greg and myself. I always have a little tagline. and I really, really preach this, your presence is your power. It's really no good to talk about any of this stuff unless you show up. We need people to be there, whether it's virtually or in person. We want people to come to the events. We want to show employers in this area and all across Baltimore and the state of Maryland, for that fact, that we've got fantastic job seekers with good skills. Okay, that's what this is all about. It's almost like Tinder. We're trying to match people up. We swipe right. We want a lot more swiping right than swiping left. Get out there. And, for folks thinking that there's not a lot of job opportunities out there, man, you're mistaken. Check our job board out.
Yeah.
Companies are hiring. So, if you know someone that needs work, their transportation's an issue, their background's an issue, don't worry about any of that. Our staff at SBECC, we can help you. And for that matter, all of MOED. That's what we're here for. That's what we're trained for. So if you need to reach us, 410-396-1052, ECC@oedworks.com, or go right on our website. Anything else you want to add to that, Greg?
No, I just want to, like you say, piggyback just a little bit, man. We would love to have just community leaders and community partners to be able to come on the show. Like we have Cherry Hill Development Corp. I think that's my good buddy, Mr. Mike Middleton. I think that's his organization. We would love to have those guys on here to share what they have going on in the community so people can know what's happening, because like you said, we do this once a month, and we just want to be really heavily involved. A lot of times we do a lot of the grassroots, but because of the pandemic, this is the best thing we have to do right now. And we still want to get the information out and share information to communities, especially in South Baltimore, because we're here to serve, yes, Baltimore City, but we love, and our heart is here in South Baltimore.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I say it all the time. People are sick of me saying it, but I am a South Baltimore boy. Always will be. Always will be. All right.
Well, it was a good show, Bill. Good show, man.
Went by fast. Again, we are the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center, and we'll be doing another show later this month. Hopefully, everybody has a great Labor Day weekend. Yeah. Football season is about to start. Go Ravens! I know you're a Giants fan, but
man,
and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I know the kids are back at school. Everybody's a little stressed. It's going to get better.
Yes,
it's going to get better. As Bob Marley says, everything is going to be all right.
There you go.
Everybody have a great, great week, and we'll see you next month.
Be safe, everybody.